Good morning, guys! So, I want to talk about this vlog for a long time and I want it to be very personal. And napag-isipan ko kasi na parang, I think we should change our mindset when it comes to money and especially when it comes to why we should talk about, di ba? Bakit dapat mas pag-usapan ang pera? A lot of the times, and you know, us being Asian, us being very Filipino as well, we don't usually talk about. The thing there is, for us, money is always been or has been a taboo topic. And growing up, medyo 50-50 ako. Some, you know, para my mom would talk about money. My dad doesn't really talk about money that much in detail back then. And when I grew up, and nung nasa office na ako, hindi rin pinag-uusapan yung pera. Parang it's always a taboo topic. And, you know, I think I see why on one side. Pero there's also a side na parang dapat din siya pag-usapan because you have all the benefits when you talk about me. So, syempre, this vlog will revolve around why we should not feel that money is a taboo topic. Why it should be talked about, you know? Syempre, pipiliin pa rin naman natin. Again, these are more of like, lagi ko nga sinasabi, these are all suggestions, these are all my personal take. And syempre, take what resonates with you and then leave what doesn't. Of course, I always have my Codigo as my guide na nakipagchikan sa inyo because it's morning right now and I'm having a free cup of coffee galing dun sa hotel. O, diba? Siyempre. Hey, so let's start with it. Okay, I want to segment that vlog into 5 different segments, diba? Para at least medyo may guided tayo. Segment 1 will all talk about bakit tabu ang pera. Segment 2 will all talk about the benefits if we talk about money. And then segment 3 will be more about real talk about Filipino money habits. And then segment 4 will be bakit importante pag-usapan ng pera sa pamilya. Segment 4 will be cut into 2 parts and I would share more about these na mga stories, ganyan, kasi I really want personal stories here as well. And paano namin naging topic rin sa pamilya yung pera. And then number 5 or segment 5 is how do we start the conversation? How do we make it realistic for us as well? Diba? And then last but not the least, definitely will be, okay, ending lang naman ang vlog natin. Okay, let's start with segment 1. So, segment 1 is really, bakit nagiging tabu ang pera? So, syempre, it's really more about our culture. It really is about culture and kultura natin na parang, okay, bakit nga ba ayaw natin pag-usapan yung money? So, it's really about, di ba, marami tayong hiya factor. Marami tayong hiya culture. And I don't wanna say na hindi siya totoo. Ako, personally, I always have that hiya in me, di ba? Mahiyain ako, I'm very introverted, di ba? So parang, I really get it, di ba? So it's really that hiya factor. You're also fear of, di ba, na kino-compare kayo. Or baka lumaki lang tayo in that mindset na we just don't talk about money. But if you see a lot of the more wealthy individuals, they talk about money freely. The more kultura sa ibang bansa, they really talk about money freely. Because when you talk about it, the more conscious you get as well. Tapos syempre, di ba parang mas driven ka rin as well. And then, syempre, a lot of it can also be takot ka ma-judge. Di ba? Yung tipong, ay, ano ba yan? Masyadong makwenta. Ay, kuripot tong tao na to. Ay, maluho yung tao na to. Di ba? Sometimes we really feel and hear those things. Di ba? Na parang, ay, pag pinag-usapan yung pera, alam mo parang, ay, mukhang pera siya. Di ba? Lagi natin sinasabi ng Philippines na parang, ay, mukhang pera tong tao na to, kaibigan mo na to. But at the end of the day, remember that that's your money. Di ba? Very importante where we always espouse na, oh, uy, saan napupunta yung pera mo? Diba? You need to know saan napupunta yung bawat piso mo. That doesn't really necessarily mean na mukha kang pera. Sabihin na lang kung mukha ka pera, okay, fine. Pero at least, diba, that's your money. Pinaghirapan mo yung pera mo, deserve mo yung pag-usapan yung pera na kung saan napupunta yung pera mo as well. And of course, sometimes, diba, family dynamics. I think some parents might not want to talk about it. Some brothers and sisters don't want to also say na magkano yung kinikita nila. Or sometimes, I keep getting comments rin na natatakot kang pag-usapan siya sa pamilya. Or even sa mga tita mo, tito mo, because uutangan ka. Diba? So that's why I get it. It's very, very, very valid nga naman talaga. And, diba, yun yung parang, that's why it's so ingrained in our culture na paminsan, hindi natin pinag-uusapan ng pera because it becomes a taboo topic. Kasi nga, either matakot ka ma-judge, or baka pa sabihin mo nga, utangan kasi ako kaya huwag na natin pag-usapan, di ba? Para at least, wag. Pero, if we don't talk about money, we don't have open conversations about it, how do we learn, di ba? Paano tayo matututo? Paano tayo mas magiging magaling with money as well? So, that's why it's very important that we try and we also have open conversations as well. But, yes, I think in our context, baka pipiliin natin kung sino yung kakausapin natin tungkol sa pera as well. Now, so, when we talk about the taboo, why it's taboo, I want to talk about ano yung benefits if we talk about money. Bakit, ano yung benepisyo niya sa atin pag pinag-usapan natin? Kapag open tayo sa pera, definitely, we're more financially literate. Diba? Financial literacy is key. Mas natututo tayo mag-savings, mag-invest. Mas natututo tayo kung paano natin i-manage either ang utang natin or saan ba tayo mangungutang na maganda or makaturungan ang interest rate, di ba? It can be because you talk about it, di ba? And that's why I create these kind of videos kasi nga either may mga experiences ako before or yung mga kaalaman ko pwede kong i-share, di ba? Nagiging beneficial siya para sa inyo, para sa akin, di ba? I also learn from you. Sometimes you give comments, oh ano, ang galing nito. And that's why it's important. Second is also about transparency. When it comes to your family, di ba? Mas malinaw kung ano yung paghahatian ng gastos. When we talk about money, when we're open about it as well, di ba? At least alam natin na, okay, kung nasa pamilya, in a family context, saan na pupunta yung pera? Ano yung kailangan natin paggastusan sa pamilya natin? Saan natin ipaprioritize yung pera natin? The same way with your own money. When you talk about it, alam natin kung saan napupunta, alam natin and honest tayo sa sarili natin, okay, nakikita natin saan napupunta yung bawat piso natin. Okay, number 3, it's also about breaking myths as well, di ba? When we talk more about money, it also breaks the myths where, why do I create investing videos? Diba? Because ang investing, hindi lang siya para sa mayayaman. Lahat pwede mag-invest. It's just depending on you kung gusto mo mag-invest or ayaw mo mag-invest. Diba? Hindi siya pang mayaman lang. And that's why nakikita nyo na we can invest for as low as 50 pesos, 1,000 pesos, 500 pesos. Pwede. Diba? But again, ikaw talaga ang may huling say kung gusto mo mag-invest o hindi. And of course, number 4, it's also the community support, di ba? Kapag nag-share tayo ng tips, kapag ang dami nating pinag-uusapan, mas marami tayong natutulungan, di ba? Mas marami tayong napag-aaralan tungkol sa investment. That's why I love reading, I love opening up, I love having conversations because guys, I'm not gonna say na ako yung pinakamagaling sa investing. No! Ako yung pinakamagaling sa financial literacy. No! I'm passionate about it. But I still learn every single day. That's why it's so important for me na magbasa pa rin ako ng mga libro. Kailangan ko aralin pa rin yung mga bagay-bagay because I need to know these things din. Kasi alam kong hindi ako pinakamagaling. But maybe there are some of my experiences that I can share na, it resonates sa inyo rin as well. Diba? Okay, so that's the benefits when you talk about money as well. Na para, ito yung mga nakukuha mo if pag-usapan natin, if we have open conversations as well. At syempre now, alam na natin yan, guys. Real talk naman tayo about Filipino money habits. Alam ko at alam nyo rin na sometimes, ito talaga yung mga common habits natin. It's always about, bahala na. Diba? Yun yung mindset natin, bahala na. Sige lang, gagastusin natin. I think one thing that we usually have, and sometimes I'm also guilty of it way back then, is also, bahala na si Batman. Gastusin talaga natin doon, bukas na natin siya pag-iisipan kung ano mangyayari. And I think that's ingrained in our culture so much na parang aasa na lang tayo. We always will find a way. But remember, it cannot be that way, diba? That's not the only way, diba? If you want to make correct or if you want to improve your financial wellness, if you want to improve your current financial standing, we have to make conscious decisions. Hindi siya madali, but syempre, it's very beneficial, diba? Now, another Filipino habit that we have is usually the utang culture. I'm not saying that utang is bad. Not all utang is bad, di ba? There are good debts. But madali kasing umutang sa atin, di ba? And when it comes to that, is ang dali-dali mangutang. Pero lagi naman tayo hirap magbayad. And that's why ako, I make it a very conscious effort right now na hindi na ako nagpapautang. It's because sometimes, okay, nagpapautang ako, bilis akong maawa. And then, the time comes where alam ko utang siya. Then, hirap naman ako maningil. And paminsan ayoko rin naman maniningil, di ba? For me, dapat pag ikaw yung utang, ikaw magbayad, di ba? Pay on time. But the problem is, been there, done that. Ang dami kong times na napapasok because hindi naman ako binabayaran. And sometimes, oh well, ganun na lang, dead man na lang. And di ba parang lagi na lang ako yung nasa kawawang end. But it is what it is, di ba? Parang sabi ko nga, ay nako, ito na naman, nautangan ako. Parang kaya I made a conscious effort na, okay, wag na ako magpautang. Kung magaling maningil, edi wag na lang ako magpautang. Or if ever I want to help, I know that it is helping. Hindi na siya utang. Alam kong bigay na lang siya. Diba? That I refrain my mindset na if I wanna help, then I'll just give what I can. Kahit na sabihin nila utang. But deep inside, for me, alam kong, ay, wala na yan, hindi ko na makikita yung pera niyan. It is what it is. Kanya na yan. But, diba, that's how it is. That's why utang has such a bad connotation in the Philippines. Na parang, utang is bad, masama yan, masamang utang, ganyan-ganyan. It's because, been there, done that, puros lahat tayo napapaso sa utang. So, kaya alam na natin na, ay, pag utang pinag-uusapan, ayaw natin yan. But, diba, utang, there's good utang. May good debt naman na pinag-uusapan natin, diba? But, because of that, yung parang, sanay na tayo sa utang, nagiging masama ang utang. And as Filipinos, I feel, I love na bayanihan spirit tayo, yes. But syempre, we have to admit that there are some bad habits that we have. And that's one. Yung parang, we always see yung kamag-anak natin as somebody na pwede natin asahan, utangan na natin, kapatid natin, yung mga ganyan, nanay natin. And the cycle never ends. Diba? And it will never end if you don't make a conscious effort to make it end or make it stop. And of course, other Filipino habits that we might have, secretly spending. Yung tipong, ay, mag-check out ako sa Lazada, Shopee na lang. Tapos hindi alam ng partners nyo or ng family nyo. Diba? May binibili tayo na tinatago natin. If it's a pool of money that is not yours, I believe that you should be transparent in spending. If that's your money, binudget mo yon, bahala ka sa buhay mo. Budgeted eh. But if it's a money na pang pamilya nyo yan, di ba, it's a pool of money. Di ba, the horror stories that we hear na ninanakaw ng kamag-anak, yung pera na to, ganyan. Because we have the tendency. We want the easy life, we want the good life, we want to shop somewhere, we keeping up with the Joneses or keeping up with the kapitbahay. Go, treat natin to, deserve natin to. But if it's not your money, di ba, hindi natin dapat siya ginagastos. Secret spending, positivize pa nga yan, is a means and form of medyo ninakaw mo naman talaga siya. And that's something that we should not do, di ba? Alam kong sasabihin nyo, Jax, nakakaloka naman tong video na to. Ang daming truth bombs. It is what it is, di ba? We have to talk about it because, ito yung mga tipong hindi natin siya napag-usapan when we were younger. These are not things that are taught in school as well. And if we always put it aside or pinag-usapan natin the later in life, di ba? Sayang yung time na dapat natama natin siya in our early years where we could have made better financial choices as well. O, diba? So, yun siya. Diba? Yun yung mga real talk talaga natin. Inaamin na natin na parang, guilty ka ba sa mga ganon? And I'm not saying that, ikahiya mo siya. We make those mistakes. I've been there, done that. I've made so much of those mistakes. But, conscious efforts to make it and to improve yourself every day. Diba? Kahit 1% lang yan is still improvement. But you have to make sure that you change. Diba? Importante rin yun. So, now it's more of the juicy part na more, diba? Why I create this video is I want to start in the family context na bakit importante siya pag-usapan. Why it's so important na yes, we started sa own household natin, di ba? Sa maliit nating household muna. Because it's so important na sa loob ng bahay, we have these good money habits already. Now, if we talk more about money inside the household, di ba? Ang objective natin is we want to have shared responsibility. Meaning, hindi lang dapat tatay or nanay ang nagdadala ng buong financial burden, di ba? Hindi dapat sila lang, di ba? Tayo as anak, as kids, when we talk about money, di ba, we can appreciate the value of every money or every peso. When my mom was younger, she would usually talk about and teach us money. Kaya nga nakuha ko sa kanya yung budgeted ba yun? Or you have 10 times that amount of items sa savings mo or sa bank account mo before you buy that item. Kasi luho talaga siya. Because these teach us na parang, okay, ano yung dapat pag-usapan at paano kinikita ang pera at the value of money as well. It's the same with groceries as well. When we were doing groceries when we were kids and younger, yes, we were not earning our money back then, but we see na parang bakit nagpa-prioritize ang mom ko na itong mga groceries na item na to, we cannot buy whatever we just want because eto talaga, we just want it. It's always because we have to prioritize the more important basics, necessities in the grocery versus yung mga gusto natin na candy or mga chichirya or mga cereal na mas mamahali na imported if there is more of a local item or a local product that is almost the same. But because you have to stick to a budget as well. Diba? That's why it's so important na you also talk about it. Shared responsibility, diba? Or back then, pinag-usapan rin ni mom, okay, kung ano yung mga gastos sa bahay, like groceries, sa kanya yan. But everything else, Meralco, tubig, na kay dad yon. So, it's also sharing na parang, okay, now we know na they also share expenses sa household namin as a couple, di ba? As our parents, ito yung hatian nila. Di ba? It's very clear as well. Then, second, when we talk about it in the family as well, it also avoids misunderstanding. In terms of what? I've grown up in a time where, syempre, there were times na nag-uusap or na naririnig ko rin nag-aaway yung parents ko with money. And that's, I think, one thing that I made it a very conscious effort na I want to grow up na we don't fight about money. Because, for sure, they have their own misunderstandings. Their money habits might not be the most perfect, but I've seen good things and I've also seen bad things as well, diba? So, iba eh. My dad would be somebody who treats us with whatever nicest thing that he can afford. But my mom is more of a realist. My mom is more of like, no, kailangan meron ka for your kinabukasan. But again, hatian rin kasi sila ng pera. My mom's money is my mom's money. My dad's money is my dad's money. But they don't have, let's say, a shared pool, or they might have one shared pool, but they have their own money. And side note guys, I believe na ganun rin dapat. Kung ikaw, you're in a family, you have your own money, you have your own money. Kung asawa ka, you have your own money. Even the housewives, if ever, dapat may allowance your housewives. Because they have to have their own money to spend on things that they want to buy. Basta budgeted niya. Hindi pwede na parang, as a housewife, wala naman siyang kinikita. Hindi rin siya binibigyan ng pera. I don't think that's fair rin. But that's my personal take. But the same. When I grew up, my mom has her own, my dad has his own. So parang, ako, I see that as good. Then you have a shared pool. And that's why even my sister said, sabi ko nga, dapat just ganun talaga. It has to be like that. Para hindi kayo parang kawawa na parang nag-aaway kayo because of misunderstanding of money. Because there will be times where you want to buy something for yourself. And kung wala kang pera to buy that thing, yung nanlilimos ka doon sa asawa mo, I don't think that's a right way to have a very healthy relationship as well as healthy conversations with money as well. Diba? So that's why, diba, when we talk more about money, alam natin yung mga pinagagastusan, you avoid the misunderstanding. Hindi kayo mag-uaway about. And let's be real. A lot of families or a lot of even couples would always fight about money. Kasi ako nga, growing up, there's so many times in my mind na naalala ko, yes, alam kong money yung pinag-uusapan at alam kong away yun tungkol sa pera. And seeing that, diba, maybe triggered something in me na, no, I want to be okay with money because I don't want to have this conversation when I grow up. And that's why baka grabe ako kumayod. And that's why sabi ko nga, when you're more open with money, you can avoid this. And you don't want children to see it. You want them to be good with money, but you don't want them to be scared of money. When you talk about money din sa family, syempre, anong nangyari dito is financial education for kids. Diba? In our curriculum, we don't usually have money conversations. But when you talk about it in the family, you will teach the child to be good with money. Diba? To start with money. The savings, investing, you can open a bank account with them, paano din sila mag-budget. Because these habits needs to be formed when they're younger, para pagtanda nila, definitely, they will be good with money. They will be better with money. Diba? And last but not the least, syempre, when you talk about it and you have good conversations about money, it's also about your family planning. Diba? Future planning. You talk about tuition when they grow up. You talk about retirement. You talk about emergency funds. You talk about emergency health funds. Diba? Mas malinaw siya when the whole family gets together and then talk about it with goals as well. Isipin mo, di ba? Bakit we always go out to eat as a family? And our conversations is about saan ang next trip natin, saan tayo pupunta, saan tayo kakain. But why can't it be na maybe we talk a bit about money, our goals, our shared goals as a family, diba? Nag-meeting tayo about it. And then we enjoy whatever you're going to do doon sa family event mo na yan. But it has to be part. Try to put it as a part of conversation. So think about it this way, diba? Isipin mo, why not try to do in this coming weekend, diba? Na family day natin. Very important tayo sa family day. Tayo as Filipinos, when our family has a goal, grabe, we're gonna work hard for that goal. But why don't we create a shared family goal about money? For example, pag-usapan natin yung mga either gastusin natin. Is it, let's say, an education fund? Yung tipong, dapat gumawa tayo ng fund para sa bata. 'Di ba? Lahat may ambag para for the kid when they go to college. Or, dapat ba meron tayo dream house renovation? Dream house or maybe renovation natin. Is it a shared family goal? Na, gusto natin ayusin? Then why not mag-ipon tayo as a family for this? Or for example, our favorite, travel goals. Then, hati-hati tayo. Toka-toka rin tayo na kailangan mag-ambagan tayo for that specific dream vacation or that travel goal that we want. Do we want to go to Korea? Do we want to go to Japan? But syempre, importante, hindi lang isa yung magagastos. It can be a collective effort. But most especially, what I want to focus here is definitely the emergency fund of the family. This is so important because of unexpected bills or biglaang gastos or let's just say na knock on wood, nagkaroon ka ng family emergency, especially a health. BCG just released their recent study, which is the Filipino family. The study, if I'm not mistaken, nasa 60 or 70% nagsabi na a lot of the Filipino families, if they have an unexpected expense of just 10,000 pesos, health-related expense, hindi nila kayang bayaran yan kinabukasan. To be honest, that number makes me so sad. It's because majority of Filipinos, 10,000 pesos, it's a big amount, di ba, will have a problem taking care of that bill. Where some of us might say na, 10,000 pesos might not be as big. But if you're gonna see it in that light, na majority of Filipinos cannot even pay for the 10,000 pesos na medical bill na yan. That's why we have to really push as families na we build our own emergency fund. Because at the end of the day, paminsan hindi talaga natin maaalisan na magkaroon ng family emergency, especially about health. Do I want Filipino healthcare to be better? Yes. But the thing there is, I also believe that if the government is just working on their own and trying to improve themselves, hindi tayo pwedeng umasa lang in that aspect. And I've seen it, I've experienced it, na hindi talaga kayang umasa lang with government healthcare. I would have wanted it to be better, but sadly, it's not where it should be, I believe. So that's why I'm pushing everyone na parang we have to build our own health emergency fund. It's because we don't want and I don't want na mahirapan tayo when a family health crisis happens. We don't want it to happen, but we want to be ready just in case, knock on wood, it happens. So that's why it's so important na why not have that emergency fund, diba? As a shared family, we have a pool of money na just in case kailangan natin siya, kaya natin siya. Kaya natin siyang paggastosan, kaya natin siyang bilhin. And if ever we do have shared goals, definitely, mas nagiging united yung family. Mas napag-uusapan rin ang future. And definitely, mas motivated rin tayo. I love how this came to be. It's because, to be honest, growing up, I was really hindi ko pinag-usapan yung mga sweldo ko sa mga kapatid ko. Because I grew up in a corporate life na yung mga coworkers ko sinasabi, hindi dapat pinag-usapan yung pera. Bad yun. But my sister is always like, Jazz, di ba? She's very vocal rin naman. Kasi sabi niya, bakit hindi pag-usapan yun? Di ba? Dapat pinag-usapan yun. Kung alam mong, she's very frank na sinabi niya, if our family is saying na wala tayong pera at hindi okay ang kita ni dad or ni mom this month, then we have to adjust and tighten our belts. Na hindi tayo pwede gumastos ng gumastos kasi wala nga, di ba? Kulang. Pero if we have, let's say, more budget, then pwede tayo gumastos. And that's why it opened my mind na even during the pandemic, that's where me, my brother, Jazz, JP, and me was talking more about investments. Where Jazz would always talk about, okay, ito yung mga investments niya. I would also talk about my investments. JP, my brother, would also talk about investments. And now, even our chat group, if you're going to see it sa Telegram namin, yan yung pinag-usapan namin. Okay, saan na siya nag-invest? Ano na yung bibilin mo? And we're more open about it. And di ba parang the fear na feeling mo pag utangan ka ng kapatid mo? Hindi eh. If you know that they're doing well, and because we talk about it so openly, and we know that they're okay, hindi naman about utangan yan eh. Never nga sila umutang sa akin eh. Never nga ako umutang sa kanila eh. Because nagle-level up yung financial literacy namin. And when nagle-level up yung financial literacy namin, we make more correct financial and better financial choices where we want to make our money grow. And that's what happens. As our investment grow, edi lahat kami win-win, di ba? Hindi talaga totoo yung parang pag-uutangan tayo ng mga ganyan. That's the fear that we usually do have in our mind. And lagi ko sinasabi na, that's a fear na hindi pa naman nangyayari. Di ba? Parang sometimes we do things na lagi tayo, natatakot tayo for what's to come. But why not we try it first? Then, if it comes, we can always say no naman kung ayaw natin sila pangutangan. Di ba? Kung ayaw natin sila pautangin, we can always say no. And that's the power of saying no. Remember that that's your money. And it's not bad to say no. Tawagin ka ng selfish, tawagin ka ng swakaw, gahaman, whatever. At the end of the day, pera mo yan. Yun yung na-realize ko eh. So many times na hindi naman ako, na nagpapautang ako. Sino ba nagiging kawawa? Ako. Diba? Even my best friend was always telling me, no to utang. Huwag mo na pautangin. Tapos hindi ka pa magaling maningil. Eh, sino bang kawawa? Ikaw, diba? So parang sabi niya, wag na. Wag mo nang bigyan ng problema sa'yo. Tingin mo, stress ka pa. Diba? Wag mo na pautangin. Next time, never say yes to utang. Period. Wag na. Diba? So sabi ko, that's why open conversations lahat kami na magkakaibigan sa pera. It's because truth bombs comes to you when you have open conversations. How do I want to end it? I think I want to end it with just saying na wag tayong mahiya to talk about money. It's not something that we have to be ashamed of. Diba? When we talk about it, when we talk about money, we understand it and we can control it. And then the more we control our money, diba? The more financially well we can be, diba? The more financially literate we are, diba? What we don't want is money controlling us. Because that's not the joy in life, diba? When money controls us. We have to control money. Let money work for us, not the other way around. Kaya, to be honest, in this vlog, kahit ang tagal natin pinag-usapan, 30 minutes na nakikita ko yung runtime ko. I'm sorry, ang haba ng chikahan ko. I think the great conversation is, why not try it out? Pag kausapin nyo one person, either your best friend who's open with it, co-worker mo that's open with it, that same goal kayo, or maybe your family. Try to have that conversation. One tip, one struggle, one goal, kung ano man yan. Talk about money so you can be more empowered with your financial journey. And if ever wala kayong maisip kung sino yung kakausapin mo, ako na lang kakausapin nyo. Alam nyo naman kung paano ako i-reach, diba? Why not? I would definitely be open and willing to listen to it as well. And of course, guys, if you enjoy this conversation in this topic, I know it might be maraming mga truth bombs, let me know. Diba? Don't forget also to comment, like, and subscribe kasi it really helps the video to get pushed to more people. And of course, syempre, it helps me grow as well. Kaya maraming salamat din. So, if ever, guys, let's talk more about these conversations. Huwag tayo matakot pag-usapan ng pera. Okay, I don't believe that money is evil. It's important that we have money. It's because we want to achieve the life that we want, diba? And that's where money comes in. Money will help us achieve that. Kaya it's so important that we take control of our money, not the other way around. I'll see you on the next vlog. Bye, guys!